Equity markets dropped for a second day in a row in India, with the Nifty 50 dropping about 0.6% to close below 19,250. Today, the selling was even more broad-based, and the broader markets, in fact, underperformed the benchmark. This is not something that has happened for quite a while, so that's something. This is par for the course. We were expecting this at the start today, where you had the handover from the US that was quite weak, and you had quite a few Asian markets seeing selling today, and that's primarily on account of the cautiousness that is pervading globally ahead of the Jackson Hole Summit address by Fed Chair Jerome Powell. He's expected to give somewhat of a direction for monetary policy in the US. The top gainers on the Nifty 50, the Bajaj twins did well, Bajaj Finserv as well as Bajaj Finance gaining ground. You had Asian Paints, ONGC and Bharti Airtel, but the gainers were few and far between. Quite a few losers. Among them, you had Larsen & Toubro, that was the worst of the pile. You had Dr. Reddy's Laboratories and JSW Steel, as well as Adani Ports and Adani Enterprises that lost ground. One stock that got a lot of attention in trade today was Jio Financial Services. It finally broke out of its lower circuit and in fact was very volatile in trade, but it ended with gains of about 3.8%, and that bodes well for shareholders. Shoppers Stop dropped over 10% after the Chief Executive Officer Venu Nair suddenly announced his retirement. You had Tata Motors and Mahindra that dropped quite sharply. In fact, quite a few of the auto companies dropped after a report suggested that the government might be looking at reducing the customs duty on electric vehicles, and that will be a negative, but we'll have to see if that actually pans out. And finally, Kaynes Technology was arguably the stock of the day. It gained over 5% after it signed an MOU with the Karnataka government to set up a project worth 3,750 crore rupees. All told, we'll be looking forward to the address by the Fed chair, and let's see how that shapes things up for the start of next week.